back to the Superintendent Report with Dr. Warren. Dr. Warren, how are you?
Allie Jo, I am wonderful. How about you?
I'm good. It's glad to see you.
Are we counting down the days?
Oh, very much so. I mean, we're almost there.
The calendar is out.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, counting down the days.
And sadly, this is our last Superintendent Report together.
Allie Jo, this is the last Superintendent Report of the year, and yours and mine, last one ever.
Is.
You're leaving me.
I know, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm sure you're ready to.
Yes. So to kind of kick us off into questions, these questions are sent from Steele.
Yeah, we've had all high schools now submit questions.
Yes, and Steele is our last one.
So we're ending with Steele, and
Yes,
everybody's been asking some really good questions too, haven't they?
They really have.
Yeah.
So to kick us off, will virtual learning continue on next year?
Allie Jo, the virtual learning question is a really great question because we've been working on that for a long time. There are actually 3 or 4 bills working their way through the state legislature right now that we're waiting on. So the answer is the same answer I gave you last time. We're working on virtual learning. We don't know if there's going to be virtual learning yet. We do have an idea for a really solid plan, probably for high schoolers from 9th through 12th grade, if we're able to do so, if the state legislature passes specific bills on that. So we're just waiting probably to the end of May and seeing what those bills are going to look like so that we can make a final decision about virtual learning. You know, that one's come up every time, and
yes,
that's important. So we're working on it.
All right, so just kind of a waiting game as it's kind of been
all
year pretty
much.
much.
Yeah, exactly. So first Steele question was a good one.
All right, so kind of still along the lines of COVID, if masks are no longer required next year, will social distancing be something that's reinforced more than it has maybe this year?
Well, Allie Jo, the issue on that, and I'll tell you this, this coming Friday, I am putting out a new family update. Like a couple of Fridays every month, I put out a family staff update, just kind of telling our folks about everything going on. And I'm going to have a family staff update this coming Friday, and I'm going to address an updated COVID protocols for both summer, because we have a lot of kids doing things during the summer school, a lot of activities going on in the summer, but also more importantly for the 21-22 school year. So stay tuned to that, and you'll be getting a lot. You yourself, your parents, and all of our NISD stakeholders will be getting a lot of information from me this coming Friday.
So everyone will need to keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. Now, to the specific question that the Steele kids asked, the reason why we stuck with masks as we have been is because there's really not a way to really truly social distance, not the way that the experts want us to do. So that's why we stuck with the mask. COVID numbers are down across NISD, across our area, across our state. We're really hoping and praying that we're going to be out of these things very quickly.
Yes.
Yep.
Hope so, for sure.
That's for sure.
So again, still along the line of COVID, because that's what everyone talks about.
Yep.
It has definitely taken a toll on mental health for many students across the district this year. So what has been being done by NISD, or what has been done to, kind of help and assist in that?
Well, Allie Jo, that's a very good question, and we have talked about that many hours as a executive team, as a district staff, as campus staffs. It has taken a toll socially and emotionally on our students. I think it's taken a toll on our staff, especially our classroom teachers. They've done things they've never done. Kids have done things they've never had to do before. So we are in the process of really bulking up our counseling services, our referral services, just being able to identify those kids that are going to need a little help. We know everybody's going to have a different year next year. We want everyone to have, again, in quotations, a more normal year next year. But we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, of course.
Some kids are going to be behind academically. Some kids, as you just asked, maybe have some social emotional issues going on because of what we've been through this year. Same way with the adults that are around you. So we're going to take a really broad look at everything that we need to do to support children, support staff, to have that great school year next year.
Yeah, so just putting students first per year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, that's our mantra.
So Steele also had some personal questions for you.
I saw the Steele personal questions. Go ahead, Allie. Yeah.
So what is your favorite Pop-Tart?
Allie Jo, with great pride, I can tell you I have never had a Pop-Tart in my life until last week.
Really?
Yes, because I told my staff that, and during a big staff meeting of the central office, they bought me a Pop-Tart.
What kind of Pop-Tart?
So the one Pop-Tart I had was cinnamon,
Okay.
brown sugar,
Yeah,
cinnamon,
brown sugar.
brown sugar, and yeah, it was the worst.
So you don't like
It
Pop-Tarts?
was the worst. Well,
That's what
everybody
I'm
said I
hearing.
should have toasted it,
That's true.
so I ate it
Agreed,
raw,
yes.
I guess. So yeah, it was the worst.
Well, you're going to have to try more flavors, I guess.
Yeah, I'll spread out.
All right, so the second question, again, it's another personal question.
Right.
Velveeta or Kraft mac and cheese?
Oh, old school Kraft.
Okay.
Got to have that powder that flies everywhere
Yeah.
when you're trying to dump it in, and the butter and the milk and everything. Yeah, old school Kraft.
I'm pretty
Always.
sure that's what they serve at Chili's.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Chili's knows.
Chili does
Yeah.
know, yeah.
No.
So that's kind of all I have for you today. It was nice hearing more about you. And
Oh,
also
thank you,
hearing
Ellie
about the
Jo.
district. Yes,
Yep,
ma'am.
it's been a good year.
really
I
has.
do want to say thank you. You and I talked a lot about the bond.
Yes.
You know, we had our election just this last Saturday. NISD voters approved almost $740 million for our students, for our campuses. Couldn't say thank you enough. I just want to thank everybody who just voted. Because remember, that's what you and I talked the most about, just vote. And we had a lot of people vote. And so I appreciate that, appreciate them supporting our students and our campuses. So we're going to be very busy over these next 4 or 5 years doing all that work.
Which is good, yeah.
And it's going to be very good. Prepares our buildings for the students that are here and the ones that we know are coming.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're very excited about that.
Yes, sir.
So you have a great time in college.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
actually go to class.
I'm kidding. I'll go. I'll be there. Thank y'all so much for joining us all year long on the Superintendent Report, and we hope you have a great rest of your year. Stay safe.